Football ends. Structure disappears. No whistle, no lifts, no meetings. If that's where you are, this is how I got my structure back and built the business on top of the internet. One long video, 1 hour, 1 week of content. We turn discipline into digital income. You dig? So let's get it. On a mission to help 1,000 athletes make $1 million a year with their own brand and skills outside the sport. If you want in, join the People First Collective and follow my channel. I give you tips, mindset, frameworks on how to do this each and every day. Athletes gotta own their own name and calendar. I get it. You got a job, you're making a lot of money. Hooray, but you're still an employee. You're expensive 9 to 5. You're living out most people's dream. Think about it. How is your owner able to pay you your salary? How is your owner able to pay that? So you must own your own, you know what I'm saying, brand. Build your own products, build your own services, build your own officers, all independent. While you play the game. We're seeing now more athletes. Look at Shador Sanders, look at Travis Hunter, look at Travis Kelce, look at Micah Parsons. All these athletes have big followings on social media. They're doing all kind of things with their personal brand and they're getting paid their checks, you know what I'm saying, from that. So build your own. I can show you how to build your own, anything you need, products, merch, digital products. I really do this. So any athletes, tap in with me. You dig what I'm saying? You got to have a problem, change, and results that you get. So any problems that you solved in your life is perfect for this. Don't overthink it or just hire me. You know what I'm saying? A consultant, a brand collaborator, brand strategic guy like me to get in there. I really know the game. I really know the online game. I really know the in-person game. I can help you build out whatever you need. So that's not just a pitch on me. That's just how you got to do it in the new age world. Everybody has to be a content creator one way or another. Athletes, they go silent. Once you take that helmet off or put the basketball down or whatever sport you play, once you done, you ride off in the sunset and people forget about you. The greats, they still in the game. Look at the Shaqs. Look at the Michael Jordan. Even Michael Jordan came back to do Shaq, Kobe, Charles Barkley, all these other athletes, Shannon Sharp, all these athletes are creating content now. You should do the same. Just start where you at. Pick up the mic and start talking. Views don't pay. Proof does. After the game, the calendar dies. No system, no income, no plan. You gave your body, your time, and your identity to the game. The silence is loud. You need a 7-day reset plus my 1 hour content system. Rhythm returns. Publishing happens while you live your life. Proof every week. Calls, clients, cash, time back. Believe me, I was lost after the game was over. I think I just worked out. Like I went back to was going to my gym, working out, waiting on another call until I got sick of it. Like, shit, football ain't probably gonna happen. Let me just go out here and get into the field. Yeah, I was drifting. I've drifted a lot of times, even in corporate America. I didn't have a plan. I just wanted to make more. I knew I wanted to make more money, but I didn't have a plan to get there. And that's when, you know what I'm saying, when you start reading books, when you start going to search stuff out, you start to find these answers. So it just costs you time when you don't have a plan and know what you're doing and know what you're looking for, have a goal or a mission. First week structure is going to get you right. It's not going to make the money right away. You have to get good at practicing it. Well, I was good the first time I touched the football. I scored a touchdown, but most people aren't good the first time they do something. You got to work at it. Lifting weights. You couldn't lift 225 the first time you went in that weight room. You had to practice, structure, lift. You had to put the work in to get there. That's the same with this. But I can give you a few shortcuts, a few strategic things to do to help really build your brand and help it lift off. So let's lock in with it. But there's going to be some work though. Cut, the cliff, the decision. I got cut 4 days before Christmas. The cliff is real. They didn't care that my holiday, I had to go back to my mom and my dad's house. They didn't care. When it was my time to go, they put me on a plane. It was business. I tried to hold on to the game. Then I finally accepted it. It was over. I called my dad. We networked. I got a job, went to work. The exact moment I knew, I had a workout at D1. It was for like the Canadian League or something. I just remember myself they was like, you finna run the 40. He was doing these drills and I was doing all that stuff. And I didn't get a call back or something. I didn't even want to go to Canada to play football. So I was kind of through that whole process just over with. You know what I'm saying? After that Canadian Football League at D1, I was done with the game. I wasn't even pressing it no more. I was at peace with it. Like, Dad, it's time to get to work. And I hit my dad. My dad got a super great network. Shout out to Alvin Tarver. He hit his people. They came up with, I flew to Virginia. I never forget this guy named Terry Philpott flew me to Virginia. I walked around this warehouse facility and he offered me a job. They said they was going to give me like to move up there. I was like 2011, 12, 13, somewhere in there. I jumped on the opportunity. I ain't looked back since. Like, moved on with my life. Sometimes you got to like, never want to cry over spilled milk. It's time to keep moving. You got to keep grinding. I know it's hard. You don't lost your dream. You don't put your blood, sweat, and tears and life into this game. And it can be over in an instant. So get to work. Pick yourself up by the bootstraps. Let's get it. Corporate years. I spent the corporate years rebuilding my discipline. It was no coach, no playbook. So I wrote my own. I was in Portsmouth, Virginia, working long peak season hours for $50K a year. You know what I'm saying? After once seeing $5 to $6K weekly. The money mindset stayed. I always had that money like, I gotta get back to making this NFL money. You dig what I'm saying? I got promoted to Baytown, Texas. Worked like a dog. They ran me in the ground. I found the exit on Amazon. And I came, they was hot. Amazon has been Amazon, you know what I'm saying? They offered me like sign-up bonus, like I think 60-something thousand maybe. Still wasn't that much money, but it was somewhat start. Went from Houston to Vegas to Atlanta. They were paying me relocation bonuses, paying for all my stuff to move out. So I took it as an opportunity to travel the world, live in cities that I never would have thought, people, places, and things that I would have never seen. So shout out to corporate America. Shout out to even Terry Philpott at Damco. They used to fly me out to California, all kind of places. I've traveled a lot of corporately places, stayed in hotels, rental cars. I did the whole nine. So I'm a very seasoned vet with traveling. Corporate taught me a lot of life lessons. Working for two major companies, Damco, Amazon. I climbed, I learned, I still wanted more. I'm always knew in the back of my mind, I'm like, gotta get back to this NFL money. And that was on practice squad. So I had a money mindset where I'm like, you can't show me that while I'm that young. Tease me with that. I get cut, then I go back to 50, 60, 70K a year, you know what I'm saying? So one shift I'm proud of at Damco. Man, Terry, he taught me how to be a business professional, how to handle business, how to lead people, how to have tough conversations, how to travel, how to move as a real professional in this world. Really taught me a lot of lessons. I need to text Terry. I'm grateful for Terry Philpott. Shout out to you if you out here watching this, man. That's my main man's right there. What Houston taught me about leadership. Man, H-Town was crazy. I was working in Baytown, living in Houston. I got up to almost 300 pounds in Houston because I was eating all kind of stuff. But Houston taught me, man, like just work with people, network, team player. I was already doing those things, but in Houston, I was kind of, I don't know, I was having a good time. Let's say that. I'm having a good time in Houston. I know 7 days a week I was having a good time because work was so crazy that it just taught me to have discipline. Things can get crazy if you let them, so you got to watch your surroundings, what you do, who you're with. Hardest day at Amazon. Truth be told, the hardest day at Amazon, I don't know, I had a lot of crazy days at Amazon. Well, we had to drive packages. I had to go get vans that drivers just left like middle of downtown. I've had heated arguments with managers, but I would say the hardest day at Amazon was the day I got promoted. Actually, it took me 4 years to get one promotion at Amazon. Now, it was probably my fault. I wasn't playing the corporate game. I wasn't really with the corporate games. I'm not really with all that political brown nose and sucking up. I'm with the best. I'm going to do my job and do it to the best of my abilities, but I'm not finna suck up and be doing all this corny stuff to try to get promoted. A lot of people play that game, but I'm not no ass kisser. Yeah, that day I got promoted, I'm about to get a lot of money. Like, I got like maybe $5,000 or $6,000 raise. Like, it averaged out to like no more than like $300 extra on the check. I was like, nah, something else got to shake. And that day, I definitely signed up for the Amazon DSP program where they let the employees start their own Amazon DSP, and it forced me out of the company. I worked all these years to get like a $5,000 raise. It was crazy low and cheesy. But yeah, for me to jump out the porch, start my own business as a man, you dig? So I'm super forever grateful for that. When structure goes, you build it or break. I started self-educating, you know what I'm saying? That year I was in Vegas, I probably read like books in a year. I was just had the audio book going. I was reading books. I was looking at podcasts. I was listening to Dave Ramsey. Because coming from Houston, I had gained so much weight in Houston. I was eating steak night every day. I was damn near 300 pounds. I didn't even look like myself. I was bloated. I still worked out, but like working, I was just had a horrible diet, lost the rhythm. I wasn't working out hard enough. I was partying every day, drinking too much. So when I went to Vegas, I had just stopped eating meat. I went like vegan for like a year straight. I lost all that weight, got back down to like 20. I stopped drinking. I didn't even party that much when I lived in Vegas. I had like grew up as a man and I was ready to take my life to the next level. I didn't have no coach. I had to call my own plays. 3 books that actually changed my behavior was How to Win Friends and Influence People. I read like the 48 Laws of Power. And I read like The Alchemist. Those were crazy books that really shifted my mindset, shifted my life. Definitely those books were super lit. The first morning routine that stuck. My morning routines, I always kind of to get up and exercise at the beginning of the morning. Like I like to do the hardest thing first. So that's been with me since probably football. I always had to do something super early. So I'd rather work out in the morning, get it over with for the day. And then the rest of the day is easy. That's the hardest thing when I bust a sweat and to move my body. So I try to work out the first thing in the morning, but I have to work out every day, but I prefer to do it in the morning. My real college was the Amazon DSP program, you dig? I had an opportunity in the pandemic to partner with $1 billion company. I had to jump out on the porch. My friends and my family thought I was crazy. Everybody was questioning, what are you doing? But I knew deep and down that was the only next step to get to that NFL money that I wanted. I ended up 8 million packages delivered, 10 million in 4 years top line revenue. That's not take home. That's just I've generated that much money with my business. You understand? I had the P&L, the H&R, the delegation, multi-site moves, ultimate leadership lab. It was all on me. I had to call the plays. I had became the head coach of my own business. You dig what I'm saying? One P&L lesson that still run your life. Hey, you got to know your numbers. You can't depend on no accountant, no anybody. You need to know all the numbers yourself. What's driving the lifeblood of your company? What is a mistake? You dig what I'm saying? A delegation mistake. Putting the wrong people. I had to fire some people that helped me start my company up. That was a tough decision, but I had to. Because I was delegating and they wasn't getting the job done, and just because I like you, because I've known you, we had a prior relationship, a friendship before this, at a high level. I had to do that 2 times, actually, fire people that I love to death because they right for me in my business mix. So fire fast. Don't drag it out. I made the mistake of dragging it out too long. I should have did it instant. As soon as I had that thought in my mind, I should have went with it. I just dragged it out because of the relationship can open a new lane, costing them time and money. Creating content while running the DSP. I learned. It was a kid named Anthony Amato. Go check his channel out, Rust to Roar. Anthony Amato. Shout out to him. If it wasn't for him, I would have never did any of this content stuff. He used to be asking me, pushing me, all kind of stuff. Big events, getting into bigger rooms. Tony Robbins. I was going to leadership conferences. That was that self-education. Like, all right, I'm in the business now. I want to learn how to scale and get around like-minded people, because once you get in business, if your friends and them are in business, you're going to have to go into bigger rooms where people think bigger. It's better than no other room to be in with other entrepreneurs. But yeah, my 99 sale online. That's the exact products I sold. It was a course on how to check my Shopify. I think me and Anthony had a sale in there, probably 2 worth of stuff. I think it's still on Udemy. If you search Sydney Tarver, Udemy, something, Amazon DSP, it's gonna come up on Udemy. First inbound call, when I set up my calendar, I was getting book calls all the time, but the first call, I mean, it was on me to consult them on how to do the DSP application. I still get those calls, even though I'm not in the business right now. I still get those calls to this day. People want consultations. They've seen all my content. I made like 3,000 videos. Check out the other channel I got. You can go check it on my other channel, Sydney Tarver. Millions of views. You can go see how I built that out. I can do the same for you and your business. Let's get it. Systems don't sleep. Mine takes 60 minutes. Okay, let's get into it. The plan. 10 minutes. You need a problem, a story, a call to action. Use ChatGPT to come up with you record. It'll take 20 minutes at the most, 20 to 25 minutes, depending on how long you want to do your video. And tighten your message, how many times you're messing up. Put a teleprompter up. Don't expect any results until you record over 100 videos. You got to get used to talking on camera. This is like public speaking. You got to get used to talking on camera. It's a skill. I used to be nervous, shaking, freezing up on camera, doing nervous, random stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to have to practice that. Don't expect no results till you get 100 videos down the pipeline. Tighten it up. Edit. You got to edit. Trim the dead air. I'm not expecting you to make a Mr. Beast masterpiece. Use CapCut. Trim the dead air. Make it move smooth. Might take 15 minutes maybe to get that kind of stuff uploaded. I can show you that. I can go into depth on those. Let me know down below if y'all want me to show y'all my process on piece of paper. Distribute it. Yeah, publish long form video, chop, route everything to one video in the short form reels. Make up whatever the offer is, put the link in your bio, Facebook, whatever. I'll show you that process probably later on in this. But provide a transformation, random post to a weekly, you know what I'm saying, content machine. You got to have a clear target audience that you're talking to. And the best audience to talk to is your former self. 60 minutes a week, one episode. Pick a day that works for you. 30 days to prove, 90 days to a working pipeline. Like just build head down, stay on subject. Don't worry about when the views are going to call. It's going to come in. You just got to stay consistent. If you off, get back up and keep going. But that's why I tell you, I record one video every day, but you should be able to do one a week just starting out until you feel the process and get it. Or call me to do it with you. I'll show you how to, expertly, or I can do it with you, or I can do it for you. It's up to you. Handle objections. Time, no gear, not great on camera, no audience. The system solved eat. Weekly results from all clients and channels. If you have 0 videos online and you post 1 video a week, you're going to have more views than you ever had. If you post 2 video weeks, you're going to get even more video. If you post every day, you're going to get a lot of video views. It's showing up every day, you're going to learn. People don't try to sell you a get rich quick scheme. Run from those people. Make sure, trust me, you ready to work, ready to be consistent. And you can do some clinics, some consults. You can make some digital guides and playbooks. You can do brand packages for local business. A discipline measured in dollars. Simple. Just work with people, consult with them for $1,000 a month. Sell 4 phone calls for $1,000, $250 a week. Then step up. Once you get 2 booked, double your prices. One offer you can launch this week. I mean, if you're a tired athlete, I'm sure you got lessons. You know how to eat clean. You know how to work out. You know how to do drills. You know how to mentor. You know how to balance school, football, life, family, everything. It's something you have. You can motivate people. You know how to pivot. It's the things you have in your mind, the problems that you solve. So make sure you just own it. Lock in. Don't convert. No time. Find you schedule the hour. Bring the market. No gear. And all you need is a phone. Do what you're sleep. Not good on camera. Use prompts. Type. No audience. Distribute templates. Put your episode where buyers already are. Steal somebody's audience. Comment on other people's stuff. Text everybody in your phone. Hey, check out my new YouTube video. Your best resources. This phone, put it up, talk to it. Hey, this is what I got going on today. Work with it. You dig what I'm saying? Collaborate. Find somebody who's already doing this. Reach out to them. See if you can get a collaboration in. People love to hear themselves talk on camera or interview people. Go out at the mall, interview people, ask them questions about what you're talking about. We don't chase, we attract through proof. Attention, offers, proof, bigger audience. Go check his channel out. Like, he's killing it in the game. I should screenshot or show his picture, but for editing's sake, man, just go check it out. Anthony Amato Restaurant. That's my dog. Another guy on Instagram. I do this on any platform, but I focus on YouTube. My guy, Benjamin. I think we grew his page on Instagram. Like, he's at 100 followers maybe in 90 days. When consistency click for you. I've always been a super consistent person. You got to build systems. Sometimes you break your system, but I usually always can get up and go work out every day. I can do the same thing for a period of time. longer than anybody because it's the little small movements. You're not going to see big increases, but it's going to be the little small, subtle movements that take you to the next level. It's just going to compound interest. Like investing in your 401k or stock market, you put in $25 a month for 10 years, you look up and you got 100K in a bank account. So consistency always got to clear. It's compound. That's what it is. Compound interest. Study it. Warren Buffett asked about compound interest. This isn't about fame. It's about ownership. I need 1,000 athletes making $1 million a year outside of the sports. Start with structure, 1 to 1 hour content system. Then stack 10 years of proof. The first 5 programs of school you'll pilot, man. I'm looking to work with colleges, athletes, high school, retired athletes, current NFL athletes, everybody. 90 days of success. We 90 days in, we should be able to build you distribution. We should find clarity on what you want to do, and we should start dialing in on the messaging. 90 days, I would say, get you to YouTube's different, but Instagram, whatever platform you want me to use, but I push YouTube. You should be getting got anywhere to have different things we can do. I have to meet you on the level that you're at. Subject that you want to talk about, you should be able to book a call, make a sale. You should be selling. I'll be there with you every step of the way. Especially join the People First Collective. We build your 1 hour content system together, templates, weekly calls. Find you a cameraman checklist. If you work with me, I'll come work with you in person. If you're in Atlanta local, results that builds. If you want a one-on-one, the booking links in description. Content is currency. Pressure builds power. Clarity over chaos. And systems don't sleep, man. It's your boy, Sidney Tarver. We out of here. Game over. Show you how to go pro online. Let's get it.